and he's going to do some magic. So would you please welcome Mr. Roth? Now, you're going to do some magic for us tonight, right?
Right.
How long have you been doing magic?
Well, I haven't started yet, but
He's a comedian, too, right? I see.
Well, as long as I can remember, I've been doing magic. I've always been interested in it.
You started when you were a kid?
Yeah, very, very small boy. I started very, very
You just
early
got
age.
interested in it? What did you go down to?
Well,
How'd you get your first magic tricks?
I bought them in the stores, like Walgreens and places like that, real cheap little tricks, and started out doing that and progressed, and I've been interested in it for many years. I know I've been doing shows for 20 years.
20 years, huh?
And I'm only 19.
You're only 19, so that's pretty good, huh?
Pretty good, isn't it?
Only a magician could do that. So now you don't just do little tricks, you do some big tricks, right? I mean, big things like the big magicians, like cutting people up. And we have a picture right here. It appears that someone's cut up. And are you going to do this for us tonight, or?
Well, I've got a
Just
smaller
a picture.
version.
You want to come in on that? Yeah. So when did you do this? At one of your shows, I assume? Where was this at?
Well, I can do a different place. I do magic shows all over. I've done town festivals.
So anybody
Mother-daughter
will really hire
banquets.
you? Or, you do them just in the area? Or do
Well-
you travel?
Well, it's relative. How far do I travel? I travel far enough if you're willing to pay me enough. But it costs money to get me to go real far, of course.
Yeah.
But it costs money to travel a lot today, so...
So you have cut up people. You make people disappear. I mean, that's probably one of the oldest, of the big tricks.
Yeah, I do a trick Houdini started out with. I lock my wife up and chain her up and everything. Put her in the trunk.
A lot of people do that trick.
Are you married? And then she gets out real quick. One of those type of things that Houdini did. So I have other
Speaking of Houdini, do you have a favorite magician?
Well,
the big.
The modern ones, I'd say probably David Copperfield today is my favorite of the most modern magicians.
You personally like Houdini, didn't you? Did you?
What?
Did you like Houdini?
I've never seen Houdini.
No, I know.
Houdini died in 1925, so...
And you were born 19 years ago, so that wasn't before your time.
Right.
So have you made any big things like the Statue of Liberty disappear or airplanes or anything? Wasn't that Copperfield that did that?
Yes, he did that. One of the older magicians I really liked was Blackstone. And Blackstone Jr. is still performing today. So, he has done a lot of really neat things, but it just depends. I like most all of them. I'm a groupie when it comes to magic.
All right.
I'll go over to the local church to watch a gospel magician, or I'll go see David Copperfield live, and I go to magic conventions and I meet some of these people.
So you're really
talk
into the
with them,
magic.
and yes, I really like magic.
Now you're going to do a lot of, you're going to do one thing here and there, but one thing we do want to mention is that there is no camera trickery involved, which the viewing audience sees is the same as you were right here in the studio. And there are about 20, 30 people in here tonight, and they're all seeing it, and believe me, no editing was done, and if it was, you'd know it, because Woody's not real skilled at editing tape.
I hope these people...
We'd be cut off in the middle of sentences and stuff. So no, it's all, the show's being done. The infamous bald head again. The show's being done straight through, so everything's real. Now you're going to do something with the newspaper right now, right?
Yeah, this is a well-known advocate.
Wait a minute, I had a front page article here. I don't know if we want to use that.
Is that a monster movie I had in front of me?
All right, so
It's well read. I find them in the hallways a lot, so I know people read a lot.
people pay for their lockers with them, things like that.
So if you want to, you might want to memorize something in this that I'm sure everybody can see.
Yeah, I remember.
It looks pretty good.
Okay.
And I'm going to explain the difference between illusion and reality with this. Illusion, like this would be an illusion. Some people think they hear it being torn. It's not really.
It looks torn to me.
Well, some people think they see it being torn.
Yeah.
And hear it. But I'm not really doing this. Some people think I'm a ventriloquist when I do this but I'm not really doing it at all. This is only an illusion. Let's put these back in here. And say the magic word, John. Hoogie boogie.
Hoogie boogie.
I'm only kidding, are you? Anyway, I'll put it back in here.
Yeah.
Shove them back in. Give it a shake and whoop.
jeez. I'm 2 feet away from this. He did it. That was, can I, nice job. That was,
Well, let's get a big finish here and we'll throw it back here. There we go.
do you have anything else to do here at the desk before
Well,
we move on over?
with this picture here, I thought, I made a miniature. Now, I made this out of cardboard. I don't know how this is going to work. This is the first time I've done this. A lot of tricks I did special because I thought on TV we get in real close and see it just like people are just a few feet away, like you're going to be sitting right next to me while we do this. And so let's move over here and let me try this. Miniature illusion of this. Let's have some traveling music.
Band, traveling music, huh?
Show band.
Yeah, the Surgeon Show Band. All right.
So, first of all, we've got a deck of cards.
Yeah.
Are we on? Can you see this? It's fine.
Yeah, they're all cameras
You
moving
see
on in
that?
here.
I have all 10 fingers. At no time does any of the fingers ever leave the hand, except of course this one, where you see on both sides. You put it back on.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, take this deck of cards, and we're going to put them inside this contraption. And you take a look inside this contraption, you'll see absolutely nothing inside there because I wouldn't show you if you could see anything, of course. We're going to let's put them so they face forward. Stick them right inside here. This is the hard part. And put them right down the middle. Okay, now we need 2 cards to use as blades. Now when I use my assistant, she steps in that box you saw, and this is a replica of that. And then we take and 2 blades in it. So we're going to try this. I'll use this one down here, I guess. Put it like that and shove it right through. You see that? And then we'll put this one in through here. So this would be the assistant. Apparently it's cut in 2 pieces already. You see everything like that. Well, logically, if it's cut in 2, I should be able to shove the middle completely over. There. Now, let's see. No questions from the audience. Okay, we'll push it back, and now the hard part is restoring it. One time I messed up with my wife, and she spent the entire summer on the East Coast and West Coast. Thank you. That was my okay, so that's just a small version of a larger illusion. What I usually do. Let me do a historical magic trick. And the historical part of this, it goes back thousands of years. This is depicted in pictographs in Egyptian tomb. It really is. It's thousands of years old.
So the Egyptians did this.
And probably before. Because if it was developed then, it had to have a history. So I guess it shows nothing is really new under the sun. Everybody can look in these cups. Cheap seats over here can even look in them. Okay. Now, the Egyptians, there's a little ball up here, isn't there? They did all kinds of tricks, and it's documented in the Bible and things like that. And I've got all kinds of props and stuff down beneath the table here, so we want to get started on this. Okay, well, let's pick these up and show you little balls under every cup. Okay, now, we just look at the cups very carefully. This cup goes right through that cup. But I'll show you exactly why, because let's measure how deep the cups are. If you look inside here, this cup is this deep, and that deep on the inside. That's the way it should be. But look at this one. Isn't that amazing? That one, we measure how deep it is. We'll mark it right there. You see the inside is about an inch deeper than the outside. So I don't quite understand how that one works. But that's just that one. Now look in there. This one is incredible. I don't understand this one, but if you try to measure that, it just doesn't work.
Right.
So it's really strange. Now each little ball here is a cork ball that we've knitted a sweater around it to keep it warm, right?
Right, yes, yeah.
You agree with that? That's
Sounds good to
interesting.
me.
Okay. If you agree with that. Now here's a magic wand. And then think about this. If I open my hands like this and bring it slowly together, it stops right in the middle. You'll even do that in an unsuspecting person's hand. Would you open your hands up like this? And a little farther apart.
Yeah.
Now slowly bring them together, and you'll see they stop right in the middle. Why does it do that? It's a magic wand, that's why. Okay, now.
I want to get one of those for the office.
One of those for the office.
Yeah. Mr. Woodward's office when he's on coffee breaks.
Okay. Anyway. Well,
What number is that, John?
let's start out. Let's put a ball on top of every cup here and start with this. Let's see if we can do some magic now with this. We'll start with this one. Okay, now watch. You put it in here, throw it in there, it disappears. Take this one, throw it in there, it disappears. Take this one, put it in here, and oh, wait a minute, maybe I'm going a little too fast. No, really, see, it's really in there. Can you see? It's really in my hand. Now, there's nothing in here, but you go like this, tap, tap, tap. Gone. And where are they? They're all back underneath the cup.
Of course. Mr. Woodward's going to wake
Okay,
the
let's
kids
put them
for
all
this.
back under a cup, and I want you to pick a number between 1 and 3, and let me number them. 1, 2, 3, and I'll use that very cup.
Okay,
Pick one.
pick number 3.
Do you want to change your mind?
No, number 3, that cup right there.
Okay, if you don't want to change your mind. Now remember, this already has a ball underneath it.
Right.
I'll
Yeah.
invisibly take it off, tap it. Did you see it go?
I didn't
Let's see.
But it went.
Here. Let me try that again. Suppose you pick the last one. Or we do the same thing. Come over here, tap it. Did you see it go that time? Yep, it jumped over there. Well, let's start with 2 right in the center. Now you gotta watch very carefully with this. I'll cover those up, put this on top. Go with some magic. Did you see it? And if we did it right, sure enough, it went right through the cup. Let's do that again. Except I'm gonna start on the bottom one.
Yeah.
And there's nothing up here. Start on the bottom one. Go up. It's gone. It jumped up to the top one. So they jump around all over the place.
Hippity hop.
Now, Mr. Georges wanted me to show exactly one trick how it was done, so people in the audience could learn how to do this. So let's do this one. We'll put one in each cup, and well, I better kind of change this. Let's just use one ball and get rid of all these others, okay? And get rid of this one too. And we'll leave just one under the center cup, okay?
Okay.
Now, have you been watching very carefully, John?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. How many is under, say, this cup?
None.
You're right, but I cheated. I'll show you how I cheated when I did that, really. When you pretend to take a ball, you drop it in your hand, pretend to take it here, but it's really empty, and get rid of it down here and do this, and people think you got rid of it. You
So
leave it in
people
your
never
hand.
see it leave, but they just think
They
it.
think it's left, and you hold it right here. Now, suppose I want to put underneath this cup here. Well, I just drop it out, and you think it came right out of my hand. Okay. And then sometimes I go like this to throw you off and really take it, and really get rid of it. Okay, have you really been watching now?
Yeah.
How many's in the center one?
How many you
okay.
want to be there?
There's all 3 of them there. Okay, well now, let's do it again. I'll try to do my best. We'll take this ball.
Mm-hmm.
Now, which cup and how many? That's what they usually ask, but we'll just go ahead. Oh, well, that was moving. See it? Oh, my. Wait a minute.
Oh my God. Now wait a minute. These are real balls. I don't know.
The amazing part about this is that
Where they came from.
see, they won't quite fit all the way inside, but nobody ever notices that because I kind of partially hypnotize the audience. See, this much I hypnotize instead of the whole thing. Okay, so everybody understands how to do that one. And you can do it at home.
Now, people at home are stopping. They're stopping. People at home are stopping their VCRs and playing it back in slow motion.
But don't tell anybody how it was done. Okay.
We can do this at home, actually. Then with don't tell that. Oranges.
Have I lost control? What's going on? The audience is talking. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm going to do a prediction. I'm going to read your mind.
Okay.
That shouldn't take long.
Here's my prediction. You know it's a prediction because it says prediction.
Yeah.
There's my prediction. Okay, so here's my prediction. We'll set this right over here behind the microphone to keep it hidden.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take a deck of cards.
Yeah.
Now, I read your mind.
Yeah. That's just your ordinary deck of cards, right?
Well, what I want you to do is think of a card. Look at a card. Look at one of these cards. Get it in your mind. Get a picture of it.
Okay.
Got it?
Got it.
Okay. Now, you really saw one. You got to get a good
I really
picture
saw
of it in your mind. Now, I'm going to try. Let's see. Do this. Mix them up so you don't know. Can't know the one. Well, okay. You better tell me what the name of the card was you looked at.
The Queen of Hearts.
Queen of Hearts. Let me go through here. Oh, there it is. The Queen of Hearts. We'll set that right down here. Queen of Hearts.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I said, here's my prediction. That before we ever start, it's right here in plain sight. Let's turn it over and see what my prediction says. Oscar. Now, you probably say, well, that may not make sense.
But you're going to make it make sense.
Let's look on the back of every card.
Yeah.
On the back of every card is a name. This one is Zeke, and this is a 10 of clubs.
Yeah.
This one's Vic, and that's a 6 of hearts. And there's Fred, King of spades, Herb, Ace of diamonds.
It's your ordinary male names here.
See, Nick, like all kinds of them. See, all these different, every card has a different name on it. Now, what do you suppose the name on the back of that card is?
Let me guess, it's Oscar.
Well, that'd be interesting to see, and let's turn around and see. Indeed it is. These are just names on all the cards.
No, they're really on there. I can vouch for that.
Okay.
So you
it's
read
a lot
times
different-
true.
Well, it's a lot different than brainwashing, where sometimes it only takes a flight rinse. This just takes a lot of skill to think like this. Okay, now let's do some coin magic. Everybody likes money.
Pennies are...
Okay, would you examine those and be sure they're real? And just take any of them you want to
$half, right?
and bite into them as hard as you can to prove they are indeed real. I'm just kidding.
I'll bite into
it.
No, these are...
Don't put them in your mouth. You don't know where they've been.
No, I
Okay.
don't. No, they're real.
Okay, they're real half dollars. And be sure that, we counted them. Let's count them.
They're 4.
There's 4 of them here. I'll probably drop these, but
Probably.
I can't do this now. I practiced for years and years to do this.
Yeah.
It involved a lot of self-denial. There, I finally did it. Okay. We're going 4. Put these down here like this. Then, we need another deck of cards here.
Yeah.
Use this. Now, these cards are kind of strange. If you look at these cards, see the size of them? I don't know how they came out of this little pack, see? So, it's strange. I don't quite understand that, but it all works somehow.
That one drove me. I'm going to play that one back in slow motion.
Let's take 4 cards. It doesn't matter what they are. So you can memorize them if you want to, but it doesn't matter. You'll never see them again. Okay.
Probably not.
Okay, now, we need the eagles on the back, because eagles fly. That doesn't make sense, but we'll just say it now. I'm going to cover each card up.
They're bald eagles.
Each coin up with a card. Now, have we done any magic yet? Let's see. No, darn it, I'm going to have to use some real magic. Watch. Do you see it? One jump from there to there. Now do the long way. Now keep your eye on these cards. Don't take them off. Up. And now, one-handed, the hardest way. Pick it up, throw it in there, and there it is. No. Wait a minute. Someone in the audience says there's an extra coin here. No. Look, see, there's no coins whatsoever. Just these cards. That's all there's here. There's no extra coin. What? That one? Oh. Well, you might as well show you, but see, this can't possibly help because, see, it's a copper coin, it's got a hole in it.
Yeah.
But I did use an extra $half. Did you see it? I keep it right underneath here.
Whoa.
Of course, it's rubber, right? But you can make it hard and just show you.
There goes John Feeser's desk, or whoever uses it now.
Okay. You see, I make a lot of big money doing magic, so that's... Okay, could I borrow $1?
Sure, I just...
Happen to have one because you just confiscated all
I've always got money.
the money from the club.
Here happens to be
Okay.
$1.
Well, look at it, memorize it, and be sure it's
Should I,
it's the real dollar.
Should I learn the number on it, maybe?
You can memorize the number.
All right.
I got it? Very
last
good.
digits are 32A, remember
32A.
32A. Remember that.
Okay.
We want to make sure we get the same dollar.
Now,
Yeah,
can
George.
you see this is a real dollar bill?
Yeah, it's...
Okay, on TV. I hope they can.
It's as real as apple pie.
Okay, wait. I'm going to make it disappear.
Uh-huh.
So keep your eye on it at all times. Okay, so it's still there. Still looks like it's there, doesn't it? Hold it up. And then start to unfold it. Now disappear. Did you see it? Can you see it there?
Take it, John.
What is that?
A $100 bill.
Take it while you got
Can I have my dollar back?
John, you owe me $1.
Now, but I promise that, if anything happened to your dollar, I'd give you $1 back. And I'm sorry this happened, and I feel real bad about it. So let's see in my pocket. I'll see if I can't find an old dollar bill here.
I've never seen a $100. Who's on the 100? Some trivia. Does anybody know?
Woody Woodward.
He's bald. They got part of it right. 32. I've got our original dollar back.
Okay, let's see, let's do another.
Now we know
piece of card magic.
after the show. Huh?
Okay. Yeah, would you
Might get
examine
bugged
that?
out in the park.
But don't drop it or anything. It's a very special class. It's mystical. It has ghost-like qualities and all
It
that.
looks like a real.
It looks like a real glass.
Wine
but
glass.
untrained layman, but
Of
no.
course,
no.
I've never used one of those. But
Okay.
Yeah, right, John.
You're not used to having an empty one, are you? Okay. What I want you to do now is I'll just fan the cards and
Yeah.
you look at one. And
okay.
that one you like?
Yeah, one
Okay.
my favorite.
Tell everybody why you like it so much. Just kidding. Just take it out.
Just take it out.
Don't let me see it or bend it or get greasy in any way. Show your friends. Oh, do you have any friends? Show your studio audience.
friend, John.
Show your studio audience.
Money bought you, John.
Can the camera see what that is?
Okay, you got it. Memorize. That's the important part. Okay. Now I want to shuffle through these cards.
Yeah.
And what you have to do now is say stop. Okay. Now say stop. Today, quickly.
Stop.
Okay. Put it right back there. Real good. Have you worked in Las Vegas ever?
Never.
Never?
Never.
I don't know. That's amazing. Now, sometimes I make beautiful ladies float in the air and I pass hoops over them and things like that.
Do you have one of those beautiful ladies with you tonight? Or? Win a date with a star.
Things aren't going too well, John, huh?
No.
After homecoming, huh? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
It's a big night.
It's always next year. What the heck?
There's not next year.
Yeah. Okay, now, I'm going to put these in
Yeah.
here, and
Mm-hmm.
I could make a beautiful lady float, but we're doing a card trick, so concentrate
We'll
on the
save
name of
her
the
for after
card.
the show.
Picture it in your mind, the name of the card, and I'll see if I can divine the name of your card.
Wait a second. Whoa. Yeah.
Okay,
That's nice.
take a hold of this card. Don't drop it. Whoops.
Right.
Oh, there it is. Up there. All right. Just kidding. Here, we'll get rid of these.
Yeah.
Get rid of the good stuff. Now, I'm going to do the first piece of magic that I saw Blackstone do. And this is kind of my idol type thing. So, what he did, and this is on stage, big stage, and he took a handkerchief.
Bigger than this?
Oh no, this is...
Radio City Music Hall. Yeah.
And I might mention that if any time after or during the show you want to come up and look at any of my props, just forget it. You know, he showed a
At least we know
handkerchief
where you
like this,
stand. Yeah.
and he put it in his hand. Oh, you want to hold that handkerchief?
Must have been you. Yeah.
You better give it back. You do look silly holding it. Okay, well, stuff it into my hand. Now, watch. Where's my watch? Oh my, I lost it anyway.
We do have
Stuff it into my
pickpockets
hand.
around here.
See, it's still in my hand. On a count of 3, it's going to vanish, though. 1, 2, 3. It vanished. I don't know how it did. I went around to the backstage of Blackstone. How did you do that? He said, well, in my hand here, I palm it. It's called palming things, right in here. And you keep a handkerchief in there, and nobody knows it's there.
Okay.
So I've practiced now,
Yeah.
and I'm going to make it vanish. You put it in your hand. Okay, and then on the count of 3, it's going to vanish. 1, 2, 3, it's gone, and that's all I can do. I don't know how to make it come back.
Okay.
So that's all I have tonight, and
Well, it's been
Enjoy
a-
being
why don't
your
we go
guest.
back over to the desk?
okay.
So that was a pretty impressive show. Now that's not the, well, I guess the first thing we should mention is, you do say you do shows, people can hire you out, right? Do you want to tell how people can go about doing that?
Well, you can call my home, look my name up in the phone book.
Okay, and people can, are you expensive?
Well, I'm expensive but reasonable.
Yeah.
Now, what does that mean? I'm not sure, but it
As
sounds
far as magicians go. No, but I can tell.
I do a lot of
It was
magic.
very impressive.
The magic I did not. I tried to design for TV. I hoped it looked
Yeah.
good on TV. I tried to do little stuff close up, but I do other bigger things.
Mhm.
And for different places where I usually do much bigger groups. You know, hundreds of people,
Hundreds,
even
thousands, millions, maybe. Can you make? Now, so people can.
So my name is Richard Rao, and you could contact the school at Washington High School if you're not sure about how to contact me. And I also have contact with other people for variety shows. Sometimes we want other longer shows. We want ventriloquists.
So you mean you sometimes do shows with other types of entertainers?
Yes, and line things up. So
all right. Now, just to mention briefly, magic isn't the only thing you do. I hear karate's your thing also.
well, I do all kinds of different things. If you teach physics, you do magic all the time. Nobody understands anyhow, so it doesn't. It's just.
So do you like teaching here?
Yes. And to get back,
physics the
I got
only
a black
thing you
belt in
teach?
Taekwondo.
Yeah.
And I still work out, and I got black
So
belt
I
in
bet the
judo.
kids are real quiet in class, aren't they? They don't.
No, it doesn't faze them. They don't care.
Well, would you like to come on sometime? Maybe demonstrate some of that
Oh, maybe.
on maybe some of the band members. I know they'd love it. Flip a few of them around the stage.
Mr. Fishbach would probably.
Mr. Fishbach.
I'd like to come on a show someday and do acupuncture.
You do that too?
Well, I've read a lot about it, and I'd like
You
to.
never know. Okay, you like to try it. Then Mr. Fishbach's the person for you.
I get into that.
He loves to try new things, yeah. But anyway, I want to thank you a lot for being here.
I'm also president of the Local Magicians Association here,
That includes
and that's a dubious honor, which means that you do a lot of extra work, and nobody cares, maybe.
Yeah.
I do.
Well, now the viewing
Oh,
public
no,
knows.
people, somebody, has to do it, and
It's
we all
a
take our
dirty
turn.
job, but somebody has to do it.
we
that
all
kind of
take our
thing.
turns at it and stuff in the area. So,
Well, thanks a lot for coming. I think everybody really enjoyed it.
okay.
And we'll have you back on sometime and do something else. Before we go tonight, I want to mention, of course, we will be back next week with a fun, exciting show, and we have can I say his name?
Yes.
We have Dave Nossinger on. He's going to be, a clown? And I hear he juggles fire, so I don't know if the fire department will let that go on in the studio, or Mr. Woodward will, or whatever. But that's next week, so be here next week. And now, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for the second finest show on television, Sports Profile with John Feaser. Good night, everybody.
One and a two and a three.
To preserve this privilege for